Well, I suppose, looking at back at the last day, it was obviously a huge test that Tyrone presented, and I suppose to come through that type of a game, it was great for the players and the younger players particularly, and it sets us up now for a second Ulster final, and I suppose that's something we have to look forward to. Again, going to be another massive test. Down will come into the game with a lot of hunger, and a lot of their senior players in particular looking to get over the line in relation to getting their hands on an Ulster medal. So something similar to ourselves last year. So it's going to be a big occasion. But that's, I suppose, what the boys have trained so hard for all year. They want to try and play in these types of games, and we just hope now that our performance on the day can be worthy of the occasion. When you're trying to get over the line, these opportunities don't come up too often, and for us last year it was once in 19 years, and the relief within the county was huge, and I suppose we're just very honoured and privileged to be able to represent the county again now in another Ulster final for a second year in a row. And I suppose it's something some of our players couldn't have dreamed of, but we're there now, and the key thing really is to try and make it count. And I suppose the work that we do in the training field in the next number of days will dictate, whether we're successful or not. Last year, people had opinions. This year they've got their opinions. For us, nothing has changed, and nor will it change either. What we're working on is the most important thing. What we're trying to achieve on the training field and bringing that into the game is the most important as well. And as I said earlier, that's where our focus lies at the moment. And we have to make sure now we try and do everything in our power to get everything as well nailed down as possible in the next couple of days, and hopefully that'll translate into a performance on the field of play. Well, you would hope so, but the reality is, it's a 50-50 game, and Down will come into it and we'll come into it, and we'll both feel that we can win the match, and that was the way it was last year with ourselves and Derry, and that's the way every Ulster final that I've ever seen anyway has been, and we'll just have to try and make sure that our preparations go as smoothly as possible in the coming days. The focus within the group is really good. We just want to make sure now that we try and tick as many boxes in relation to our own performance as possible, and as I said earlier, go in and give a performance worthy of the occasion. Well, you're learning every day you go out, I suppose, we're our own biggest critic really, and last year, I suppose ultimately we fell down because we didn't put enough scores on the board, and it's something we're working hard on this year. Our scoring average is up, we've scored 12 the last day, but I would feel that was good enough kicking, to be honest with you, considering, the quality of the defence that Tyrone presented us with. So, for us it's just about trying to build on that good work now and move towards the game positively, and as I said earlier, give that performance. Well, I know what performance we're going to have to put in. We're going to have to be at our very best, because if we're not going to win the match. And I've been at enough Ulster Championship games, enough Ulster finals to know that myself. I've seen it happen, and for us, it's all about performance, and it's about ourselves and getting our own performance right, and it's about executing the things that we've been working very hard on in the training field and delivering them on the field to play. And as I say, if we can do that, we'll be very happy. It doesn't guarantee us that we're going to win the match, but it guarantees us that we're going to perform, and if you can perform, then you're going to be competitive, and that guarantees you that you have a chance of winning the match. So for us, it's very simple, and our approach will be the same as the last 2 years, and it'll be based on the same criteria, and it's just a matter of going out now and trying to deliver to our own potential and to deliver on the things that we've been working on.